Welcome to the Garage USA. I'm Jonathan Brinke, and today we're going to go through everything that is wrong with my cheap Mercedes. Thanks for joining me. If you watched the previous video on this car, you know that I picked this up at an auction for $700. It is a 2007 Mercedes-Benz C280. Today I'm going to go through everything that is wrong with my cheap Mercedes. So we'll go ahead and start by getting the hood open here. And I did replace a couple of things. I've got that new hood ornament on there. Go ahead and get this open. And I am looking for a new hood latch. Under the hood is a 3-liter V6 engine that produces 228 horsepower, and that is mated to a 5-speed automatic transmission. Now, this engine is known to have an issue with the balance shaft. If the balance shaft fails on this, it is actually a pretty expensive repair. I've seen right around $4,000 when I did some research on that to repair that. I've been driving this for a couple of weeks now. The car does have 210,000 miles on it, and so far it's been good. So hopefully we don't run into any issues with the balance shaft. Transmission shift's good as well. Just thought I would mention that. So yeah, it's been a very good couple of weeks so far. All right, so we'll move inside the car. The inside cleaned up really well. I am very satisfied with how this came out. I do have the door pulls. I haven't put them in yet, but I do have those. But it did clean up really nice. There is some scuffs on the steering wheel that's kind of worn, but other than that, that looks really good. I'll show you the back seat as well. All right, and there is the back. And that cleaned up really well. So I'm very happy with the way that looks. Now we'll take a look at some things that need to be done. I turn the key here, and it says that the service B has exceeded, and I have to fill the washer fluid as well. But if I start the car, no check engine light, so haven't had any issues with that. But that service B3, that will need to be done. But I also need to do that B3 service on my C300. I'm going to do it on here, not going to film it. The C300 I will film it on, but it is something that I need to take care of. I did replace the taillight on this, so that was not too bad. Had to pop the trunk open, take the trim off the back, pull the carpet out on this side so I could access the nuts that hold this in. They were 8mm nuts. Took those off, changed it out, so that was actually pretty easy. Now the trunk itself, I did go ahead and clean this as well. Got rid of all the crap that was back here and vacuumed the trunk. I think it looks pretty good. Now there were some warning lights about this taillight, about some of these lights not lighting up. I do have to look into that a little bit, but that shouldn't be too bad to fix that. And we did get our actual license plates in for this, so I don't have to hang this paper temporary tag anymore. So go ahead and get this lifted up so we can look underneath. Look at that. So I'll go ahead and take a look under here to see if we find anything or see anything that looks like it's leaking. I don't know if you'll be able to see any of this here. I wish I had a lift to put this up on. It's actually hard to see shit under here, but alright, so that doesn't look too bad up there. It's kind of rusty, but you know, Minnesota. I'll have to jack this side up too and just kind of wiggle that around, see how that is. Not seeing any drips or leaks over here. And then one more thing, I almost forgot about that, was these rear shocks. And I can feel it when I drive actually, but it is going to need rear shocks on it because it is a little too soft. Gets a little wiggly sometimes under some driving conditions. And so there you go. The car is actually in pretty good condition for having 210,000 miles on it. A few maintenance things, and hopefully we won't have any issues with that balance shaft, because that balance shaft would really, it would be the end of this car for real. It would just be way too expensive to put that kind of repair into a car this old. But my intentions for this is to drive it through the winter. Oh, and I do need to get some new tires for it as well. But just drive it through the winter and maybe take it a few places. We'll see how it all plays out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'd like to thank you for watching The Garage USA. I'm Jonathan Brinke, and I'll see you next time.